Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we are going to discuss multiplication and division involving negative numbers. Here are some important points that you must remember in order to solve your questions correctly. The first thing that you must remember is when we multiply or divide two numbers having same signs, the result is positive. That is, plus into plus is plus and minus into minus is also plus. The second thing is when we multiply or divide two numbers having different signs, the result is negative. That is, plus into minus is minus and minus into plus is also minus. The third thing is when we multiply or divide more than two numbers, we need to count the number of negatives to determine the final sign. That is, an even number of negatives means the result is positive, and an odd number of negatives means the result is negative. That is, if we multiply minus 4 two times, 2 is an even number. That means that our result will be positive. Minus minus is plus and 4 into 4 is 16, so our answer will be 16. And if we multiply minus 4 three times, well, 3 is an odd number, then our answer will be negative. 4 into 4 is 16 and 16 into 4 is 64, so we will have minus 64. Find the value of each of the following. The first question is 3 into minus 9. Well, as the two numbers have different signs, our answer will be negative. So 3 into minus 9 equals minus 27. The second question is minus 8 into 4. These two numbers also have different signs, so our answer will be negative. Minus 8 into 4 equals minus 32. In the third question, we have minus 7 into minus 5. These two numbers have same signs, so our answer will be positive. Minus 7 into minus 5 equals 35. In the last question, we have minus 1 into minus 6. As we can see that the signs are same, so our answer will be positive. Minus 1 into minus 6 equals 6. Evaluate each of the following. The first one is minus 21 divided by 7. Well, 21 divided by 7 is 3, and as the two numbers have different signs, so our answer will be negative, that is minus 3. Second, we have 16 divided by minus 2. Well, 16 divided by 2 is 8, and as both the numbers have different signs, so our answer will be negative, that is minus 8. Then we have minus 8 divided by minus 2. Well, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and as both the numbers have the same sign, our answer will be positive, that is 4. Then we have minus 14 over 2. As we have an odd number of negative signs or a single negative sign, our answer will be negative, that is minus 7. Find the square root of the following. The first number that is given over here is 81. Well, 81 has two square roots because 9 into 9 is 81 and minus 9 into minus 9 is also 81. Therefore, combining both the positive and negative square roots, we have written over here plus minus under root 81, that equals plus minus 9. Likewise, we have 16, which also has two square roots because 4 into 4 is 16 and minus 4 into minus 4 is also 16. Therefore, combining both the positive and negative square roots, we have written plus minus under root 16, that equals plus minus 4. Evaluate each of the following where possible. In the first question, we are required to find the positive square root of 81. Well, 9 into 9 is 81. So the positive square root of 81 equals 9. In the second question, we are required to find the negative square root of 9. Well, 3 into 3 is 9. So the negative square root of 9 equals minus 3. Evaluate each of the following. The first question is minus 2 is to the power 3. Well, minus 2 is the base number and 3 is the index. The index indicates how many times we have to multiply the base number. As the index is 3, so we'll multiply minus 2 3 times. As we have an odd number of negatives, it means that our answer will be negative. and 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, so we have minus 8. Then we have minus 5 is to the power 3. We will solve this one just like the previous one. The index 3 indicates that we will multiply minus 5 3 times, and an odd number of negatives means our answer will also be negative. 5 into 5 is 25, and 25 into 5 is 125, so we have minus 125. That is our final answer. Evaluate each of the following. Well, in the given questions, you are required to find the cube roots of the given numbers. Here I would like to mention that cube root is different from the square root, as a number has only one cube root, and unlike square root, it is possible to obtain the cube root of a negative number. The first question is cube root of 27. Well, 3 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us 27, so our final answer is 3. Then we have cube root of 8. Well, 2 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us 8, so our final answer is 2. Then we have minus cube root of 64. Well, 4 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us 64, so our final answer is minus 4. Then we have cube root of minus 216. Well, as we have already discussed that it is not possible to obtain the square root of a negative number, but it is possible to find the cube root of a negative number. Therefore, the cube root of minus 216 equals minus 6, because minus 6 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us minus 216. So minus 6 is our final answer. Our next topic is combine operations on numbers. Well, we already know about 4 basic operations on numbers, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and we have just solved square roots and cube roots, and we have an idea about squares and cubes. So now let us learn how to perform all these operations together. Well, to do so, we will need to remember the given order of operations. Well, first of all, we will evaluate the expressions in the brackets, and if there is more than one pair of brackets given in the question, we will evaluate the expressions in the innermost pair first. Then we will solve powers and roots, after which comes multiplication and division. We multiply and divide from left to the right, and then comes addition and subtraction. We add and subtract from left to the right. Find the value of each of the following. In the first question, we will evaluate minus 10, that is written within brackets, by simply multiplying the signs plus minus. Well, plus minus is minus, so we have minus 10. That is minus 55 minus 10 minus 10. As all the numbers have same signs, we will add them together taking the sign of the bigger number. So we have minus 75. In the second question, we will evaluate the expressions written in the innermost brackets, that is minus 8 and minus 2. Upon opening the brackets, we have minus 8, and as minus minus is plus, so we have plus 2, that is minus 12 minus 8 plus 2 written within brackets and plus 3. Now let us solve minus 8 plus 2. Well, as both the numbers have different signs, we will subtract them taking the sign of the bigger number, that is 8. So we have minus 6. In the next step, we will open the brackets by simply multiplying the signs. The sign outside bracket is minus, and inside the bracket we have minus 6. Minus minus is plus, so we have plus 6. That is minus 12 plus 6 plus 3. Let us solve minus 12 and 6 first. As minus 12 and 6 have different signs, we will subtract them, after which we get minus 6. We have taken the sign of the bigger number, that is minus 12, so we have minus 6. Now let us solve minus 6 and 3. Well, these two numbers also have different signs, so they will be subtracted, and taking the sign of the bigger number, we have minus 3. Final answer. In the third question, minus 25 into minus 4 divided by minus 12 plus 32. Multiplying minus 25 and minus 4, we get 100. Because both the numbers have same sign, so our answer 100 is positive. And solving minus 12 plus 32, we get 20. Because both the numbers have different signs, so we have subtracted them taking the sign of the bigger number. Then 100 over 20 equals 5, so our final answer is 5. Our fourth question has got brackets along with exponents. Well, minus 3 is to the power 2 means we will multiply minus 3 2 times. Well, minus 3 into minus 3 is 9. So we have 3 into 9, that is equal to 27. Now let us solve 7 minus 2 is to the power 2. Well, first of all we will subtract 7 and 2, that is 5. And 5 is to the power 2 means we will multiply 5 2 times. So we have 5 into 5, that is 25. 27 minus 25 is 2, so 2 is our final answer. Then in the last one we have the square root of 10 minus 3 into minus 2. Well, first of all we will multiply minus 3 and minus 2. Minus minus is plus, and 3 into 2 is 6, so we have plus 6. Adding 10 and 6 we get 16, the root of which is 4, because 4 multiplied by 4 is 16, so 4 is our final answer. Find the value of each of the following. The first question is 24 into minus 2 into 5 divided by minus 6. Well, as we perform multiplication and division from left to right, first of all we will multiply 24 and minus 2. Well, plus minus is minus, and 24 into 2 is 48, so we have minus 48. Now let us solve minus 48 into 5 divided by minus 6. Well, minus 48 into 5 is minus 240, so we have minus 240 divided by minus 6. Minus minus is plus, and 240 divided by 6 is 40, so 40 is our final answer. The second one, 4 into 10 minus 13 into minus 5. First of all we will multiply the terms, that is 4 into 10 is 40 and minus 13 into minus 5 is 65. So we have 40 plus 65, that equals 105. Final answer. In the third one we have 16 minus 24 minus 57 minus 77 divided by minus 2. Well, first of all we will evaluate the expressions given within the brackets, that is 16 minus 24 and 57 minus 77. Well, 16 minus 24 equals minus 8 and 57 minus 77 equals minus 20. So we have minus 8 minus 20 divided by minus 2. Now let us open the brackets by multiplying the signs. Well, minus into minus 20 equals plus 20. So we have minus 8 plus 20 divided by minus 2. Well, according to the order of operations, we perform division first, so we will divide 20 by minus 2. 20 over minus 2 equals minus 10. So we have minus 8 and minus 10. Well, as minus 8 and minus 10 have same signs, we will add them, so we have minus 18. Here we have taken the sign of the bigger number, that is minus 10. So minus 18 is our final answer. Well, if you have any difficulty adding and subtracting negative numbers, you may check out the previous video that was related to this topic, link of which is given right here in the description box below. Now let us solve the last one, that is 160 divided by minus 40 minus 20 divided by minus 5. Well, according to the order of operations, we will perform division first. Dividing 160 by minus 40, we get minus 4. And dividing minus 20 and minus 5, we get plus 4. So we have minus 4 and plus 4, which are obviously cancelled out. Therefore 0 is our final answer, and that concludes the topic. Thank you so much for your time. Kindly like, share and subscribe.